Hi everyone, in this video we are going to learn about the calculation of a limit for a function at a point. We already discussed about how to calculate the limit of a function at a specified point. I already made the separate video on that topic. I will share the link of that video on the description box. Today in this lesson we are also going to learn more about the limit calculations for a function at the given point. Here I am going to divide this whole lessons into the two cases. First case, case first. In case first, the function f of x is undefined at a point to which we are going to take the limit. The functions will be undefined at which the limit going to be calculated. Here let's take an example. Here the question is, find the limit of a function x square minus 9 over x minus 3 when x approaches to 3. This is our questions. First of all, checking here, the function is defined. Here the function f of x is here x square minus 9 over x minus 3. Let's check this function f of x is defined or not at the point to which the limit going to be calculated. Here the limit going to be calculated at the point x is equals to 3. So checking the functions is defined or not at x is equals to 3. Let's check. The functional value at x is equals to 3 is f of 3. This can be calculated here. 3 square 9, 9 minus 9 gives 0. Here 3 minus 3 gives 0, which is undefined. Here in case first, we take a functions such that it is undefined at a point to which the limit going to be calculated. Here this is the first case. Let's discuss the calculations a part of this limiting value. Let's calculate the limit for these functions. Here the limit x approaches to 3. This means we are going to take the values of the x not exactly 3. We are approaching this 3. We can approach this 3 from the left hand side or from right hand side. Let's calculate the limit for the functions. Let's make a table. Here I use the basic methods for calculation of the limit. This is the tabulation method. Let's make the table. Here this is the input x and the output is here f of x. Let's take the different values of x, and here I am writing the values of the x such that the values of the x are very closer to these 3. Let's approach this 3 from left part first. The values nearly equals to 3 are 2.9. It is one value, and the another value will be 2.99. Let's take some values. 2.999. Here we approach these 3 from left hand side. Similarly, we can approach these 3 from the right hand side. Let's take the value 3.01, 3.001. These are the values very closer to 3 from right hand side. 3.0001. Let's take this value, and uh, here we take the values of the x very closer to 3. The values of the x are taken here very closer to 3. Let's calculate the functional values, the corresponding functional values at each point. Let's calculate the f of x at each points. We can use the calculator for calculating the function value. Here the function is f of x. Given function is f of x square minus 9 over x minus 3. Here the in calculator f of x is not present, so let's assume the function name is a is here equals to x square minus 9 over x minus 3. Let's input this. x square minus 9 over x minus 3, and then calculate it. Here we can take the different values of the x. Let's take the first value for the x, which is 2.9. Here the value 2.9, output is here 5.9. Similarly, we can plug in the others values here. 2.99, at this point the value is 5.99. Similarly, we can take the others value 2.999, at these conditions here 5.999. Similarly, we can approach these three from right hand side. These are the value from the right hand side. 3.01, at this point the functional value is 6.01. Similarly, 3.001, at this value 6.001, and at the last point 3.0001, at this point the functional value is 6.001. Here we just make the table for the different values of the x, and we calculate the corresponding functional value. And here we can see that the f of x, the functional value f of x is approaches here to a number. All the values are very closer to 6, so the functional values is approaching to 6, number 6. The f of x is approaches to here 6. Therefore, the limit of the function x square minus 9 over x minus 3, when the x approaches to 3, here we calculate the limiting value. Limiting value is the value of the functions to which the function approaches, and here the function approaches to 6 to each inputs very closer to 3, and the function value is here 6. It is the limiting value also. Therefore, here we calculate the limiting value, the limit of the given function. This is the given function is a 6 here by the tabulation method. This is the very basic methods for the calculation of the limit. It is the first case in which the function, the given function is undefined, here undefined, at the point to which the limit going to be calculated. It is the first case. Let's talk about the second case. Case second. In this case, we are going to take a function such that it is defined. It is defined at the point to which the limit going to be calculated. Let's take an example. Limit x approaches to 3, and the function is x square plus 6x plus 9. Here the question is limit of x square plus 6x plus 9 when x approaches to 3. Let's calculate the first of all checking it is the function is defined or undefined at the point to which the limit going to be calculated. First of all checking 8 x is equals to 3. Here the limit is going to be calculated at x is equals to 3, so we take the point x is equals to 3. Let's plug in the value of the x as a 3 to the functions. Then the functions f of 3 will be, this is the function f of x, then 3 square gives 9 plus 3 times 6 gives 18 plus 9, and this value is finite value. It is defined. It is 36, which is defined. Here in the first case the function is undefined at the point to which the limit going to be calculated, but here in second case the function is defined at the point to which the limit going to be calculated. These are the two cases. Now calculating the limit for this function at the given point. Here I am going to use the same method for the calculation of the limit, and at last we will discuss the very direct methods for the limit calculations for these two cases. Let's take here the x approaches to 3, so we can take the values of the x such that they are very closer to 3. Let's make the table first. Let's take the values of the x which are very closer to 3. I am approaching these 3 from the left first. 2.99. We can take the same input here, 2.999, 2.9999, and so on. We can take any values of the x very closer to 3. 3.01. We can approach these 3 from the right hand side also. Let's calculate the functional value at each point. Here, this is the only the function is changed here. The function is here. The function is here. The function is x square plus 6x plus 9. Let's input this x square plus 6x plus 9. This is the functions. Let's calculate the values. Here the first input is a 2.99. At this input the value is 35.88 up to 2 decimal places, and 2 point next input is 2.999. At this input the functional value is 35.98 after round offing to the this, and let's calculate here the after round offing. This is let's say this is 35.99 up to 2 decimal places, and the next input is here 2 point how many 9 here 49. At this input the function value is 35.999. 35 nearly equals to 36. Let's take the others inputs here. 3.01. At this value 36.12. At the next input 3.001. The value is here 36.01. Here we calculate the functional value at the different values of the x, and here the x approaches to 3, and the functional value f of x here the approaches to this functional value approaches to 36. Here all the functional values are approaching to 36, are very closer to 36, so we can approach the f of x is a 36. So by this tabulation method we evaluate the here the limit of the function x square plus 6x plus 9 when the x approaches to 3. Here we calculate the limit is a 36. Limit is a 36. These are the two cases. One case is the function undefined, and the another case is function defined at the point to which the limit going to be calculated. And here we let's conclude this whole process. Conclusion. Here we can easily observe that in the second case the limiting value is calculated as a here 36, and the 36 is the direct value when we plug in the point. Here we plug in the point as a x is equals to 3, then the result is 36, which is same as the limiting value. So we can conclude that if the function is defined at the point to which the limit going to be calculated, then the limiting value will be the same value when we plug in the same values of the x. So this can be written the limit x approaches to 3 x square plus 6x plus 9. We first of all we have to first check the function is defined or undefined. Here we check first it is defined at x is equals to 3, and then at the defined conditions the method for the direct calculation is direct calculation of the limit is directly substituting this value of x. Here the value of the x approaches to 3, and it is defined here. It is defined. In the defined case, the method is directly substituting the value. If we directly substitute the value of the x is a 3, then there will be 3 plus 3 square plus 6 times 3 plus 9. and this value will be 36, which is the limiting value. It is the direct calculations. By direct calculations, first of all we have to check the function is defined or undefined at the point. If the function is defined, then the method, very short method for the limit calculation, is directly substituting the value. Here we directly substitute the value of the x is a 3, and we can directly calculate the limiting value. This is the limiting value. Therefore, the limiting value of x square plus 6x plus 9 when x approaches to 3 is here calculated as a 36 by the direct method. This is the direct methods. This is the conclusions of this whole process. Similarly, let's conclude this first case. In first case, limit x approaches to 3 of x square minus 9 over x minus 3. Here in the first case, in the both case we have to first check the function is defined or undefined at the given point. In the here we check, and it is undefined, and in the undefined conditions we do not plug in the value of the x directly. In the undefined conditions, the limiting value will not be the value of the value of the function when we substitute the direct value of the x. So we have to, in the undefined case, we have to do some modifications on this function. Let's do the simplifications on these functions. Let's do the simplifications. Here this can be written as limit x approaches to 3, and here in numerator, here is a very beautiful form like a square minus b square, which can be factorized the x minus 3 times x plus 3. Here we just factorize the numerator, and here in denominator x minus 3. It is undefined at the point 3, so we do the here some simplifications. If the function is defined at the point, then no need to simplify, but here in this case the function is undefined at the x equals to 3, undefined, so we have to do the some simplifications on the function. Let's plug in the values of the x nearly equals to 3. Here the x approaches to 3 means we are going to take the value of the x very closer to 3, not exactly equals to 3. If the value of the x is exactly equals to 3, here these terms will be 0, and here will be 0. 0 over 0 again undefined. But here we are going to take the values of the x such that they are very closer to 3. In case of the values of the x very closer to 3, the terms x minus 3 and in numerator, and the term x minus 3 and the denominator will be the same, and then the terms will be cancelled out. We can cancel it out when we take the approaching value, not exactly x is equals to 3. Here the x is equals to 3, the terms will be 0 by 0, so we cannot cancel out. But here we are going to take the approximate value of x very closer to 3, so we can easily cancel it out. After cancelling, the remaining terms will be limit x approaches through 3 of x plus 3. Let's check the function is defined or undefined at this point. Here the function is x plus 3, which is defined at x is equal to 3. 3 plus 3 6, which is the defined number. So we can directly substitute the value of the x is a 3. We already discussed here. In the defined case, the short method for calculation of the limit is direct substitution. Direct substitutions. So here is the same case. We can directly substitute the value of the x is a 3 in this function. So the limiting value will be 3 plus 3, which is equals to 6. Here we calculate the limit for the given functions. Here we calculate by the basic method, and here we calculate by very short method. This is the very short method, or it is the direct method for the calculation of the limit for the function at a given point. Please let's recall this whole process. Let's summarize. If the function is defined at the point to which the limit going to be calculated, then the calculation method for the limit is directly substituting method. If the function is defined, then the limiting value is obtained from direct substitution. Here we discussed. And in the next case, if the function is undefined at the point to which the limit going to be calculated, then we have to do some modifications or some simplifications on the functions. Then uh, we can eliminate our very complicated part after simplifications. Then again checking the function is defined or undefined at the new functions. If the is simplified form of the functions, here the function is defined, so we can use the concept of defined again. So we directly calculate here the limit of a function at the given point. These are the basic idea for the limit calculations. Here we discuss the basic method and the direct methods for the calculation of the limit at the given point. In our next video, we will discuss more about the limit calculations, and we will use these methods, these direct methods for the calculations of the limits. This tabulation method is very lengthy methods, and it is complicated. It is very simple but very lengthy process. So these methods are generally not used. We use these direct methods for the calculations of the limit. Please uh, remember the points, remember the methods, or remember the how to calculate the limit of the functions directly. Please remember these direct methods, and these methods will be very helpful for the calculation of the limit for the given functions at the point. uh, this much for today. We will discuss more about the limit calculations in our next video. That's all for today. Thank you.